What's good, everybody? It's your boy Todd Smith here once again. Welcome to our first episode of Dale and Todd's Wrestling Show on YouTube. So now I'm going to give it the hot tag to my partner out there in Nevada. Dale, tell everyone what we got for this week.
What up, Todd? All right, we are joined by El Chupacabra, the Mexican werewolf himself.
Gee, the buddy Christ.
So I feel a little, it's like, now that I know him a little bit, it's like I'm not so scared of being around a werewolf. It's like I'm okay here.
He ain't trying to say
years ago. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Give him some time, Dale. Give him some time. After a while, you're going to be sitting up there looking like a vanilla sickle to him, man. He's going to want to stick his teeth in you. So, Chupy, what's good, bro? It's been a while.
You know me, just living the life, traveling up and down the West Coast as much as I can, getting the name out there for El Chupacabra and Hoodslam, and taking care of my family. Recently did a Chicago tour. That was kind of fun. I mean, we put the Hoodslam's name on the map over there, and
right.
That's it. Just, same old traveling and doing what I can do best.
Good stuff, man. So let's dive on into it here as we learn a little bit about your career. So you've been in the business now for about the better part of 15 years at this point. So please share with us and our viewers how it all began for you, man.
Let's see. I think it was my debut match of April 2002 at the Colonial Theater with the Big Ugly J.D. Bishop as El Chupacabra, the original. And my original name was El Hijo de Chupacabra. And I believe I wrestled against Super Dave Drexel and Ridiculous Mike Rain. That was my first professional match as El Hijo de Chupacabra / El Chupacabra. Started there for the first 4 to 6 months of training, and then I actually moved up here to Reno, where I've been ever since, and started training, at 2 schools at once. So I trained at the Coastal Pro Wrestling / Reno Wrestle Factory / War, whatever you want to go by now. But Brian Berger is my original trainer with Mustafa Saeed, and then just from there I traveled and did as much as I can training from the whole year I got with Mustafa, Brian Brigger, Big Ugly J.D. Bishop, and just did as much as I can, learned as much as I can, and moved forward as best as I can.
Good stuff, man. Did Coach Nuds have any part in your training at all?
Yes, he did. So about 3 years after I've gotten to start wrestling in my professional career, Coach Nugs, who is, Pogo the Clown, a.k.a. Joe Applebaum, was in Antioch, and when I was living in the area over there in the Bay Area back in the days, I would travel and wrestle with Derek and Dustin Mel, Ricochet, DJ Riz. There's a bunch of other people that we trained over at Brawl, and he had a big hand in my training for a long time. Big guy that loves small guys.
Good stuff, man. I was just thinking about you've got to be about our 8th or 9th guests from Hoodslam that we've had on our program, because we've had several others, including the Stoner Bros, AJ Kirsch. I want to say Caution. Doc Atrocity. Yeah, all them dudes. They've all been on our show, man. So we got love for Hoodslam. Y'all obviously got love for us, man. So we appreciate you guys.
We all love you guys, and we love talking about ourselves. So anyone that's willing to listen and has that ear open, we'll talk.
Right on. Dale, what you got for Chupy?
So what makes up the in-ring style of the Mexican werewolf?
It's a mixture of everything I've learned upon the years. Lucha Libre style, of course. From there, American style of wrestling, Japanese purusuro. Also, on top of that, just a lot of theatricalness of putting my character as, I guess you could say, as a dog. I literally think of myself as an animal when I get in there. I put my styles of everything I've learned into one, and I just want it to be something that's different. That's not the norm. Like, yeah, you've seen, I love Lucha Libre 120%. It's great to see them guys. I love the flips and everything they do. But, like, I wanted myself to be like that, but different. Like, what can I bring different to the table? And I've learned that it's my character. I need to actually go 120% in that route of the visual effect, the mannerisms, the way I talk, the way I interact. Everything is my goal to make them believe as much as they can that I'm a real beast.
Damn straight. I remember telling you this at one point. I was just like, when I first saw you, like all dressed up in your gimmick with the makeup and all that. So you kind of almost remind me of like, you remember they had Koopa from the Mario Brothers?
Oh yeah.
Kind of remind me of like one of his little kids that he had. You know what I'm saying? Like how you had this.
I feel like that. I don't mind being a kid to you know, King Koopa or Bowser.
So tell us about Adios.
It's a great drink. AMF. Adios, mother. Yeah. No, it's one of my original moves that I got that I learned from Amazing Red. I watched, you know, countless videos of him on Ring of Honor, and I actually had the honor of meeting him in person at a Stockton show, I believe, for Pro Wrestling Bushido. And I went up to him and talked to him on the show. I'm like, hey man, how you doing? Letting you know I'm a big fan of yours. I emulate you a lot. I actually do your finisher as well, and I apologize. You know, I'm not going to hit it tonight because I know it's your move. I just want to let you know I do it, and thank you for everything you've done. He goes, oh, man, keep doing it. Keep doing it. You can use it as much as you want. It's yours now. I was like, thank you. I was like, can we get a picture? On the side note of the Adios, I also do the sliced bread. And as you know, we have Brian Kendrick and a lot of his students always on our shows at Hoodslam. Years ago when I met Brian, I actually did the same thing that I did Amazing Red. I was like, hey, just so you know, I admire you, and I do all your moves that you do, and I especially do your finisher. I won't hit it tonight because we're wrestling against each other in LA. He's like, no. You hit it, and then I hit it. And then you can use the move whenever you want. It doesn't matter to me. I was like, awesome. The guys who created the moves gave me their moves.
You've been blessed, man. That's good stuff. So now the sliced bread, what's your name for that, Chupy? When you
I call it bullseye. X marks the spot.
Okay.
It's actually a little rib and a pun on my backyard name. So, when I first came into SPW, walking down the hall with Chance Calloway, aka Pissed Off Nerdy Gamer, came walking in, met the big ugly JD Bishop, walked up, and I didn't know etiquette back in the day. I didn't know none of that stuff. I walked up, I'm like, hey, how you doing? My name's Excel. Yeah, he has not ever let me down on that one. I saw
like, who the hell are you?
He straight called me Excel.
He's like, what are you, a spreadsheet document or something, huh?
Right. So I was like, hey, X marks the spot was one of my moves that I did back in the day as an XL back in backyard. And then I was like, you know what? Bullseye. I mean, that's a great name for something like that. X marks the spot. And that was just the way I created the name of the move. It was nothing had to do. That was one new move that had nothing to do with El Chupacabra or nothing like that, but just a move that I named after, me being in the backyard.
Good stuff, man. So now share with us your experience from the other side, from being a trainer. Who you feel has been your biggest success story so far in your career, Chupy?
Wow, that's hard. I mean, yes, I'm a trainer, but I didn't do as much training as like Adam Thornstowe or Lester the Legend or Paul Isadora. Like, my hands were not involved as much as those guys were. But for everyone like that came through, actually, after we did, I don't know if you guys were there for this one, but we did the one where it was like we had a little tournament thing that had to go on where we had to choose who had to win to become the next like student for RWF, I believe. The student that won was some mixed martial arts background guy that never came after that day.
Wow.
But that's where we got Bison Braddock came from there, Joe Smoke came from there, Carl Fredericks came from there. I don't think Steiker came from there. I think Steiker came from before that, but I know he was involved in that as well in that whole time. But who else? All four of those guys that came there during that time are impressing me day in, day out, what they do, from what their trainers, Adam, Lester, and Steve did to, just like my little help that I've helped here and there with them. But as a trainer, like I said, I can't fully say like, this is my student, this is mine right here. I spread my wealth as much as I can. I try to help out the Stoner U students over there with the Rick Stoner over there. Any of Virgil Flynn Productions students over there, I try to do as well. So like, I can't really say one specific student just because I've never grabbed someone and said, you're mine. You're going to take me out of the wing, because I just like to spread my wealth.
I remember the best advice you ever gave me when I was training with you is you was like, Todd, don't throw your punches like such and such a way, you see? And then you gave me one of them same punches. You're like, you see, that hurts, doesn't it? Such a way. And you made me do it like about 100 times over and over again, man, until you felt comfortable to let me deliver one on you.
Was
one of
that
those Saturdays when we were over
the
there.
old supermarket
Yeah.
when you were training over?
Uh-huh.
I
I remember that vividly.
was like, no, stop. Do it this way.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
no, it's like that place holds a special place in my heart because I fell out of the ring.
Uh-huh.
And it's funny because it's literally down the street where we are right here now.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
So where Ben's Liquor's at, right there where the old, what is it, Lakeside it is? Lakeside?
Yeah.
I'm on Plumas, so it's right down the street.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
And it's still abandoned.
I'm glad we remember it because Dale sure as hell didn't for a while. What happened to him? So, Dale, what you got next for Chupy, man?
Obviously, you talked about Hoodslam a little bit earlier, and now that's going to be one of the aspects is like where you've kind of grown past the Chupy character, it's like, and you were able to show off a vast array of characters there. It's like, which would you say is probably your favorite? It's like before we kind of started, you were going over several, it's like, and you're even building a new one now, which is which you can kind of see is behind us. So I definitely, so you definitely have a lot to choose from.
Man, so let's start with Hoodslam from the beginning. I gotta say, Sheik Kanabati, the creator, promoter, owner, man that just gave us all a home for the island of misfit toys, I guess you can say, and he allowed us to just have our creativeness go to the max. And from there, he's always wanted me there since day one because it's Chupacabra. He's like, this is something that I think you'd fit a great mold for. And after that, we started doing theme shows at Hoodslam, different kind of themes. We've done Blood Slam. We've done collaborations with Arnold Corps, who do a huge Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of cover stuff. 80s for the ladies, video game shows. So he's let us go out the spectrum of professional wrestling and get more into the theater side of just getting out there and performing with a certain character you want to do. So myself, I've done plethora. I think I've done over 20 characters if I could think of.
Wow.
That, but I can't go off the top. Let me see. Let me go from here. So I've done Eddie Gordo from Tekken, Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. Right now, I'm working on Piccolo, sneak peek. I don't know when this is going to be debuting, but for our second show of the month in San Francisco, I'll be doing the anime show. I'll be doing Piccolo. Scarecrow from Injustice 2, and then Scarecrow from Batman Arkham Asylum. I've done Mr. Freeze from the Batman and Robin, the movie. The Predator I've done Pyramid Head. Oh, man, God, I know I'm missing some right here. I've done Captain Planet. That one was another fun one I've done. But my favorite character, I have to say Sub-Zero. Just the way that the battles that you can have with Scorpion, or it was Scorpion and Sub-Zero versus Ken and Ryu. So it was legit Street Fighter versus, Mortal Kombat going on. That one was probably like my funnest character I've done. That was outside of El Chupacabra.
Right on, man. Yeah. Well, you have been a plethora of characters, man, but talking about another character who you recently formed a partnership with is Funnybone. So how exactly did that come to be?
Good old Funnybone. So funny story with that guy. I've known him my whole career. Since 15, 16 years I've known him. He was my first match outside of California. I went and met him in Vegas. It was a cruiserweight match, me and him one-on-one. It was one of those like, hey, what's up? I'm Funnybone. What's up? I'm El Hijo de Chupacabra. Huh. All right. We'll see what's up. Go out there and we start beating the shit out of each other. And I was like, man, I like you. Like, you're cool. I like you. And ever since then, I mean, he's come to California to wrestle in Fresno, and he's wrestled in Northern California a lot. He's just been around, and he's one of the best entertainers, period, going on right now. If you're like I've said this before, you're not booking him, you're stupid. But it just happened to fall into place. I mean, look at his character, look at my character. It was one of those things that just fate happened to just put us both together to actually make it to where us crazy beasts were able to join together and do a great stable and great team. But no, he's a good guy. Great wrestler, great trainer. Hire him, get him for seminars. You will truly enjoy everything that he has to bring to the table. But great guy.
Yeah, he's definitely got a cool look because he's one of them dudes, like when we began doing our program together, I just kind of said to myself as I'm going through Facebook and reconnecting with people and looking for new people who I wanted to connect with to have as guests on the show. I stopped dead in my tracks when I saw his profile. I was like, whoa, I was like, this guy has a pretty badass look. I was like, I'm going to reach out to him just to try to connect with him so we can eventually have him on just because of the look that he had. So,
oh, yeah. Call him up, message him. He loves to talk about himself.
Right on, man. So now you have won several titles over the course of your career, Chupy. Which would you say holds the most amount of meaning to you?
Whew. Oh, now you got to make me really think. Let's see. The ones that come to my head right now that I really, truly hold dear to me. The X Division title for Supreme Pro Wrestling. It was an honor to have that around my waist through the people who had it before me. And that's what inspired me to be the wrestler that I am today. The AWS Light Heavyweight Championship. That was really great. It was they're based out in SoCal, and it was cool to have them give me the ball and let me run with it for a while. And that was pretty awesome. Pro Championship Wrestling, Inter-California Championship. I was that champion, I want to say twice, possibly 3 times. Correct me if I'm wrong, and please do if I am. But that one, Zach Reed up there in Pro Championship Wrestling has a great thing going, and he pushed me to the moon with that, and I can't thank him enough for that. And the ones the one I really hold dearly to me is the Intergalactic Tag Team Championships, where I had with Virgil Flynn. Him and I were just we held another tag team championships, I believe, at SPW and stuff like that. But that was the one. We were the first ones ever for the tag team Intergalactic Tag Team Champions. So that one was great. So that one right there is probably my favorite one.
Speaking of that, I just recently saw a photo of those because I hadn't really seen too much of the championships, and I thought that was kind of obviously just going into the Hoodslam being very different. It was like I definitely thought that the tag team championship design
those
kind of out there. Is there a world championship there too as well?
No, so it's not a world championship. It's the Golden Gig.
Okay.
That's the one I want. I want that one. It's not even a belt. I love those memes where I see all the way like wrestlers fighting for championship belts but don't wear pants. So I'm like, that makes so much sense. I was like, I want the gig. I want that golden gig. It's a hand holding the gig. And I'm like, yeah, I want that to be sitting somewhere in my house right there. That's the only one that I will fight to the death to actually have.
Good stuff.
Yeah, the tag team championship, that was something different. Doc Atrocity made those.
Okay.
No surprise.
Yeah, I helped just add on, I think I added leather onto the back of them to make them a little bit sturdier because it was like cardboard or something like that before. But Doc Atrocity is another great guy that just makes, great crap all the time, just great stuff. But yeah, no, those titles are awesome. I'm looking forward to hopefully holding those with Funnybone in the future.
Right on, man.
So just another follow-up now. Do you like preferring, because obviously a lot of the characters you've played can be deemed as heel type personas. It's like, do you kind of come off with them as being bad guys or good guys? And do you kind of like being the bad guy or the good guy?
I find it funny when people ask that because I don't see myself as either. I don't see myself as a quote unquote tweener either. I just please what they want. So I go out there as Chupacabra, and if they say, "Ooh, he's a beast," boo. Okay, I just act more like a dog and start peeing on people or start biting people more. Or if they go, "Yay, it's a Chupacabra," then I'm like, "Ooh, a tentative dog." Okay, how do I act this way? You want to pet me? Pet me, pet me, pet me, pet me. So it's like I can't say yes or no to either one of them. They're both fun. It's the atmosphere they got to be in. So say let's see, what was the recent show I just did? Went to Chicago. We wrestled myself. Dark Sheik, Drugs Bunny, and Serial Man went and wrestled at Freelancing Kaiju Attack Wrestling out there in Chicago. It was myself, Serial Man, and Drugs Bunny going against the N-Words, and I can't remember their third partner's name. But I had to go out first. So I'm walking out with my cloak, I have my chain, then I come out and I'm doing my stuff, and it's boo. So of course I'm like, yay, okay, I give you that guy gets to bite and growl and snarl at you, and I hear Superman come out and it's like, yay! I'm like, so am I a good guy now? Like, how do I act? Like, I don't get this atmosphere right now. Like, what do I do? And then here comes Drugs Bunny with the hop stepper coming out, blowing out coke off of the top turnbuckle and stuff, and they're cheering him on, and I'm like copping him, and I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I'm a good guy now. So do I do what I have to do? Do I still snarl at these people, or do I act like a good guy? So it's like, it's honestly just a play-by-play basis, and I can't put my finger on which one I would like more, heel or face, because they're both really fun to play. And I know that most people have a difficulty doing that because they have to be a face or they have to be a heel. But with Uglies training over in SPW, it's like, go off the hip. Just how many times have I told you guys that? Just go off the hip, feel what they feel you. That's a true worker right there.
Yeah, because sometimes like you're going to be in that situation where you have no idea what direction the crowd's going to go.
Yep.
It's like if you going out there expecting to be the good guy, and the crowd don't want you to be that, it's like you've got to not let that get to you and keep going.
Yep. And the best part is if I don't go out there with that mentality going, I have to be face, I have to be heel. I just go, I just got to be me. And it's fine all the way.
Damn straight. So now I got to ask you, what has been your favorite match that you've wrestled in? And tell us who the opponent was and what made it so special.
You're making this old man think today, aren't you?
Yes, I am. It's been a while, Chupy.
I know that the recent highlights that I watched a lot, the 2014 Battle Royal of Supremacy at Hoodslam, myself versus Virgil Flynn, where he just took me to the moon. Like he had to beat me with 2 450s. That tells you how good of a match it was.
Wow.
That was probably one of my favorite matches. Myself versus Drake Younger at Hoodslam is also one of my favorite matches. Shoot. There's been so many countless matches that I've had, which is Cheat Kind of Body, the twins, Rick Scott and Scott Rick, Soder Brothers. Really making me dig back in this database right here.
Yeah, man.
Honestly, it's anything that's related to the big Hoodslam events, because myself, I look at everyone and we all do the same thing. It's like, all right, what are we going to do to one-up everyone? And I'm the quiet guy. I'm not quiet, but I'll walk around and hear what everyone's going on. And I'm like, okay, cool. You're doing that. I'm going to jump off of that thing way up there, all right? So I think myself, Virgil versus Ken and Ryu did a match, and I jumped off I think it was a 14-foot balcony. Moonsaulted on the back of it onto all 4 of them, and a couple students, I believe, were there. So, like, those matches are probably, I can't pinpoint exactly which one of those, but, like, anything where I've tried to go balls to the wall and, like, do something crazy, those are probably the best ones. I wrestled against Rick Scott Stoner 2012, I believe, and it was the first time ever being done, where he grabbed me and gorilla pressed me and threw me out into the crowd, where the crowd barely caught me, pulled me back up, and then crowd surfed me back into the ring. And I was like, oh, thank God. We were hoping that was going to go well.
You got the Spike Dudley treatment, because that happened to Spike Dudley with Bam Bam Bigelow back in the day, didn't it?
Yes, exactly what we got that from. I was like, all right, let's do this. Let's do this, Dustin. He's like, all right.
And you had mentioned Drake Younger. Drake Younger, he's the dude. He's now a ref in NXT right now.
Drake works, yes. One of probably better worker than a lot of the people on that roster there. But no, great guy, PMA all day, positive mental attitude. That guy's just oozing just with love. That guy loves everything with his family, his job, his friends. Great guy. And I had the honor of wrestling his last match before he went to WWE. So awesome. That was a great match right there.
Good stuff. What you got next for him, Dale?
So I just this is something new that I picked up on wanting to do. Is like, I want a road story. It's like the craziest, best road story you can come up that you want to tell us.
I don't mind telling them. My wife knows all of them. Let's see. What's one I can really put a finger on? That was the best one. I remember going to Portland Wrestling back in the day, and we rented a big, like, Lincoln, Navigator or something like that. And we had another fan that was driving with us, and she had room. It was a real car. We didn't want to drive with her. So we made sure that we filled up the whole car. There was only one person that had to go with her, and I think that was Joe Applebaum's nephew that went with them. And the whole ride up, he was calling and begging to switch with people, and we're like, nah, we're not gonna switch, bro. We're good. Even everyone's sitting, like this, like, nah, man, we're good. We don't want to go with her. We find them on the freeway driving on the 5. He's hanging out the window. She's pissed. I don't know about what. And we all look over. He's literally hanging out the window. He goes, I fucking hate this bitch. Help me. That was some Josh Applebaum.
Wow.
That was a great one. Let's see. What's another good story I have? Tenacious Tim Anderson.
Oh, Tenacious Tim. I spent not this last birthday, but the one previous with him and Jay Bids. That was an interesting time. Dale was there too.
I fucking love Tim. Tim's just a great guy. I've known him since the beginning when I started training. But I remember we did a show. He got so shit-faced. He's like, you know what? Drop me off here. Just leave me. Are you sure? Yeah, I'll get the fuck out. Left and walked off out in Vacaville, going to a show in San Francisco. He got home. He's still alive.
How we don't know, but he got back safely.
We don't know how, but he got back and totally forgot about it. But that's Tenacious one.
Yeah. No, Tim is quite the character.
I can't think of any other off the top of my head right now. I know I've got some. I'm going to sit here after and go, well, I totally forgot about that one.
So I guess, at this point, man, like I said, it's been, about 15, 16 years in your career. I guess we got to start thinking about the next generation. So out of your 3 little Chupacabras, which one has expressed the most amount of interest in wanting to follow in your footsteps and wanting to get in the ring?
My middle child, Erilyn. She is the one that has the spunk that can handle wrestling and the attitude that can handle wrestling.
Okay.
My oldest, they're all great. They're all great children in their own right. But my oldest, I feel like she wants to just do her own thing and not want to get hurt. My son is, the new, let me play video games all day long.
Nothing wrong with that.
But Erilyn, she's the one that's really wants to go outgoing and wants to actually push, I believe, to go to that one. Will I let her do it? That's another question for later.
Yeah. What you got?
I see her being aspiring to the best ones, but right now, out of all the kids from the generations from when I first started, Big Ugly's kids are starting to wrestle right now, and they have it. It's scary how good they have it. I mean, I feel like when I saw them, they were my kids' age. They were 5 and 7 and stuff like that. And now they're 17 and like 19 or 20 or something. I'm like, hey man, when did you become a man? Like I don't like this, but they're great. They're going to be those for the next generations. Those ones are going to be the next it factors to watch.
Okay. Yeah, I know Big Ugly. He ain't no joke, man. I had the chance to be in the ring with that dude one time down there at SPW, and I remember I give him a chop that was a little bit too hard, and the look that dude had on his face, I was just like, oh shit. I was just like, I think I better run now.
Wow, that's a big ass glare.
Oh yeah.
Let me hobble along there.
All right.
So yeah, like I said, knee injury hobbling. Past year, I've injured both knees. I've had my MCL torn on my right knee, MCL, ACL strained on my left knee. Ice and ibuprofen have been my best friend.
Well, actually, that'll lead me to just an off-the-cuff question here. It's like, what has been the worst injury that you've had then?
Oh, these knee injuries are nothing compared to my face. I have 24 pins and 4 plates on the left side of my face.
Wow. Now, what's that from, Chup?
Second year in the business, did an impromptu battle royal in Fresno, and I took a big boot from Malachi. You know who Malachi is, Jimmy Jones. One of my good friends. He had no shoe on, hit the heel of his foot onto my cheek, and it crushed my whole eye and orbital up. And it basically just took me out for about 6 months. Actually, 4 months. I was supposed to be out for 6 months, but I decided to come back in 4 because I was like, just don't hit me in the face for 2 months. I'll be okay. But yeah, that stopped me for a while, but I didn't want to stop because I didn't want to have like that I wish I would have just kept going with it. I wish I would have done this. It was like No, my dad told me, you start it, you finish it, go as much as you can. I played sports from 7 till I was 17 year round. So it was like, no, just wait till it heals, get back in the ring, keep pushing it, keep doing it. And I didn't stop. Like I said, it's been 14 years, I think, since I broke it. Still doing it.
Damn. That's what you call commitment and dedication right there, man. So
I gotta sit there and, example for the kids as well. I mean, yeah, my knee's injured right now, but I still got to go to work. I still got to do all the other things as a parent or a father has to do, or a dad. And so I'm just trying to show them, what we have to do to keep moving forward if you want something that bad.
Damn straight. So what's the end game for you in the pro wrestling business, man? Is it going to be, ROH? Is it going to be possibly trying to make it to NXT? I mean, what do you want as your big goal to accomplish?
I'm doing it. I'm really doing it right now with Hoodslam. I can't complain about it. Like, I would love to go to NXT. I would love to go to Ring of Honor. I would love to go anywhere in overseas and do stuff like that. But I realized that to do that, I'd have to give up a lot of my family time that I have. Mm-hmm. I've never given up my family time throughout my career now because I took my family with me. When most families, they'd be left at home when they travel 3 to 4 hours to go wrestling. I took them with me because I'm like, let's go on vacation for a weekend. I didn't want to not have them with me. So if I have to go anywhere like NXT or Ring of Honor or anything like that, they would have to stay here. I'd be gone for months. I wouldn't see them. I'd be depressed. I'd be pissed off. And, best example I can see of myself is Jody Christopherson. He got signed by WWE. Was never used as his real name. Is a famous name. And I understand that for, they want to keep the copyrights and blah, blah, blah. But he got let go after 2 years or so and had to start from square one again. I don't want to put my family through that for a maybe. I might be getting picked up or I might be able to do this. With Hoodslam, I'm getting paid really, really well. Really well compared to... Hi, Talisa!
Hi.
Sorry, that's one of my daughters.
Hi, Talisa.
Sorry, I had to cut off her there. I saw her in the video. Like, I see you!
There's one of the little chupacabras.
But I didn't. I'm able to do what I want, still be around my family, get paid well, and I don't lose any of that. Well, what if I don't get picked up or this and that? We wrestle roughly in front of 1,000 people every first Friday of the month at Hoodslam. There is nowhere in the nation besides Ring of Honor, maybe WWE is the highest one, but nowhere that does what we do every month. Please tell me, is there anywhere else that's pulling 1,000 people a month?
No.
Our second shows of the month that we do usually at the Oakland Metro. Oh man, we'll have 400 or 500 people. Yeah, that's people's max. All right. Mm-hmm. That means we're doing something right. That means I'm in the right place. I'm great where I'm at. There's no reason for me to go any higher because I'm at Mount Olympus right now.
Preach. All right. Before we get to our next session, Dale, what's the final question you have for him?
So outside of the wrestling, it's like, what are some other hobbies and interests? Obviously, it's like we can see a few of them. Just is like related to some of the characters that you portrayed. Obviously,
so you're gonna love my work schedule. It's so hectic. So as of now, it's work 40 hours a week, Monday through Friday. Hoodslam probably once every 2 weeks. I play softball Monday and Wednesday nights. My kids usually have baseball or softball as well. I love to show my middle child, Erin, dancing. She loves break dancing a lot, so I try to do that.
Oh, cool.
Costumes. I do a lot of costumes that I'm making and stuff like that. I plan. So like this costume that you see over here behind Dale, right there.
Move out the way, Dale.
The Piccolo costume I'm making right there, that was done within a week, and I have one more week to finish that and a Napa costume for Coach Nugs. So my time is just pushed on what I can do for the kids with their academics and school and everything like that, and just adventuring out and doing stuff like that. And then other than that, it's wrestling with costumes and anime. I am a huge anime fan.
Okay. Nice. Good stuff. You like Ninja Scroll?
Oh, love Ninja Scroll.
Yeah,
God, Ninja Scroll is great. The movie is great. Never watched the series. Movie was awesome.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, other than that, that's where I get my inspiration a lot for my characters that I do and my mannerisms that I do as Chupacabra, because anime just brings something out of me that real life shows can't. Like the animation, the acting, the way you can feel the voice actors just truly get into their roles right there, and the characters that they write and they make you believe who they are. That right there inspires me so much, and like my kids are loving him. Like they're getting quote unquote made fun of at school because they're watching anime. Like, what's anime? Oh, that's not fun. It's like, don't worry, babe. You guys will be fine later on in life. They're going to have to catch up to you guys.
They just don't know any better, man.
They don't, and then they'll realize after when I go to see them at school, and I'm like, yeah, I'm wearing it. So one of my wrestling shirts I have is Attack on Chupacabra. It's a pun on Attack on Titan that I have, and it has the caution at the bottom, caution. And then it has Virgil right here. It has myself as one of the Titans. And it's like, I wear that, and I'm like, oh, is that anime? I'm like, yes, and me. They're like, oh, okay. Well, I guess he really likes his anime. And
Hell yeah, man. So now, this next section we're about to do here, man, is called Chupy's Choice, where we tailor, see what I just did there? The questions to you. Okay? So a couple quick questions for you, man. So ROH/New Japan or WWE as a fan, if you had to choose between the two, like Super Card of Honor, kind of thing, or like the G1 special that they're going to be doing next year, or WrestleMania, which would be your favorite?
ROH Japan. Like, don't get me wrong, the biggest spectacle of them all is WWE, and that's the greatest of them all. And they put on a phenomenal show every WrestleMania. But I think in the past several years, it's only been like 1 or 2 matches that have been good. But with Ring of Honor and the New Japan, it's great match. And it's like you get that expectations you had in the 90s and 2000s of where you're anticipating like, oh, man, this is going to be good. And like I get that with WrestleMania, but only a match or 2. So I would have to say that. Ring of Honor, New Japan.
All right.
Gym Boys, El Pollo Loco.
El Pollo Loco. I've only had Gym Boys once. Literally once. And I actually loved the Parmesan on the outside of it. I didn't know what it was. I was like, oh, this is great. Like, oh my God. But yes, El Pollo Loco. If you want to ask it, let me throw this one here for myself. Taco Bell, Del Taco. Let's get some fight going. Del Taco.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know why? Because you walk into a Taco Bell, do you hear anything cooking?
Nope.
Ha-ha! Listen, the next time you're going to walk in and go, there's nothing cooking in here. How do they make their food?
Microwave.
Yep. That's why I'm like, nope, I'm good.
All right. Tough one for you, Chup.
Keep them coming.
Mortal Kombat or Injustice?
Mortal Kombat, all the way. Sub-Zero and Scorpion could take down Superman and Batman in my world.
Jose Cuervo or Patron?
Patron. Because if I drink Jose Cuervo, I'll be divorced. No, it's a true story. So I've been with my wife. We've been married for 10 years, together for 18 years. But when I started drinking and it was Jose Cuervo or any kind of cheap tequila, I black out and don't remember what the hell goes on. I remember a couple times I try to hug my wife the next day. Like, hey, babe, what's going on? And it's, don't fucking touch me. I'm like, oh, man, what did I do? Oh, God, I'm trying to retrace my steps. I'm like, nope, don't remember anything after 10 p.m. And it's but I can drink the other stuff. The higher quality ones, I'm okay. The cheaper ones, my Hispanic side comes out.
Patron, I think you just got yourself an endorsement from Chupy here.
Loves Patron.
Hey, man, so it's been a pleasure having you on, Chup, and it's been great catching up with you. So at this time, what we would like to do is to give you the opportunity to promote any shows, upcoming appearances, or projects which you're involved in. So at this time, Chupy, the floor is yours.
All right, for myself, if you want to follow me, you can go on Instagram or Twitter and at Chupy, Chupy. So nice, got to say it twice. You can go on Facebook. I'm under the Mexican Werewolf El Chupacabra. Go to Hoodslam, anything on social media at Hoodslam. Birdswillfall.com is our website if you can go to catch anything for that. I work a lot with also Virgil Flynn Productions, where I will be there every first Saturday show from here to beyond. Other than that, you can catch me the next show. I believe it's August 19th at the Oasis in San Francisco for Hoodslam Presents the Anime Show, where you get to see me dressed up as Piccolo. Other than that, just keep following Hoodslam is what I can say. Follow Virgil Flynn Productions if you love family-friendly shows, because Hoodslam, don't bring your effing kids. But if you, another thing, Twitch. Go on Twitch, type in Hoodslam. You can find all of our stuff on there. Past, present, anything. When you're doing live streams for our shows, a day of show. Other than that, Hoodslam. Fuck the fans. Birds will fall.
Hey, one thing is for sure. Me and Dale wish that we could sit up here and talk to my man Chupy all night long, but unfortunately we came to the end of this first episode of Dale and Todd's Wrestling Show. So who are we? Dale and Todd. And what is this? Our wrestling show. Please subscribe, comment, like, and share our videos.